Hi, I'm Rob Vischer, and I teach torts and foundations of justice. I teach some legal ethics courses here. I've been at St. Thomas now for 6 years. I came here from St. John's University Law School out in New York. I grew up in Chicago, and I have had no connection to the Twin Cities before I came here, but my family and I loved it here. It's really an amazing city. I'm a little bit in mourning right now because we're videotaping this soon after the Packers won the Super Bowl, and I'm a lifelong Bears fan, so I know we'll be back next year, but right now it's a little bit of a hard time for me. So in terms of why I came to St. Thomas, what drew me was that it was a new law school that was going to try to be deliberate about building a community that made space for students to bring their deepest and most important values and convictions to the process of forming themselves as lawyers. And so what I've liked about it, and what I think we've been very successful at, is expanding the conversation beyond what occurs at most law schools. So we still talk about law, and we make sure you know everything you need to know to pass the bar and to be a great, technically proficient lawyer. But we also want to talk about more than that. We want to talk about why you want to be a lawyer. We want to talk about ways to connect your passions and your values to what you do every day as a lawyer. And so it's not narrowing the conversation anyway, it's expanding the conversation. That's what's great about St. Thomas. And because we expand the conversation, we give people, faculty, staff, students, the opportunity to bring more of themselves to the community every day, and that builds a much stronger community. So at other law schools, in my experience, sure, you can get to know faculty and staff and students, but there's a little bit held back because you don't have the signals that you have here that you can bring it all onto the table. So here it's just expected that you're going to get to know other people in the community on a deep level. So every year I will take at least a couple groups of students out for a beer, not because that's an add-on or something extra to the process of being a law student here. It's just part of being a member of the community and getting to know folks here. So it's really been an exciting place for me. It's also an angle of being a new law school is that it's a great place for entrepreneurial students. A lot of law schools will have sort of a set identity, and they have the activities, they have the organizations already built in there. Here, we're still building from the ground up. So there's been a couple times when students have come to me and said, hey, why don't we have this kind of club? Or why aren't we doing an event about this issue or something? And I will just respond to them by saying, that's a great idea, go do it, let me know how I can support you, but you're the one who really needs to be leading the charge. And so if you have a can-do kind of take charge mentality, it's a fantastic place because it's still, to a certain extent, a blank slate, and you will have an impact on what this institution looks like after 3 years. You're not just, if you're interested in law school because you want to just come and sit in the back of a classroom, have some knowledge poured into your head, and then take the bar exam after 3 years, this is not the place. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot here, but you're also going to build something, and you're going to invest yourself in something that's bigger than yourself. That's why I'm here, and I hope you join us too.